Hernandez.
Present.
Vice President Estes.
Present.
Trustee Altamirano.
Present.
Trustee Banda.
Present.
And Trustee Sokumura.
Okay. We will now proceed to the Pledge of Allegiance. Julia, would you like to lead us? See, I haven't done it. I'm sorry. Somebody else. Just ready, begin. You guys do everything. I'm sorry.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, adjustments to the agenda. The library board may amend the order, add urgency items, no abstentions or no votes on the consent calendar items, and request consent calendar items to be removed from the consent calendar for discussion. The library board may also remove items from the consent calendar before that portion of the agenda. The library board may address these issues by entertaining a formal motion.
There are no adjustments to the agenda.
Perfect. Thank you. Public comment. If you wish to address the library board concerning any item within the board's jurisdiction, please raise your hand and be acknowledged by the president. At that time, state your name and address for the record. The president reserves the right to place a time limit of 3 minutes on each person's presentation. Any public comment? Okay, seeing none, let's move on to item A, presentations. A1, presentations by the Imperial Public Library Literacy Coordinator, Julia Samaniego, in recognition of September as National Literacy Month.
Okay, hello everybody.
Hi.
So I am Julia Samaniego, the literacy coordinator here at the Imperial Public Library. So I've been working at the city and for the library since about October 2022. And I started off as a library assistant, so I was at the front, and I have recently, at the beginning of the year, moved into the literacy coordinator position, where I oversee the literacy services that we provide here at the library. So I have a bit of a presentation here, and yeah, so thank you. Okay, so September is National Literacy Month, and it is a great time to reflect on the very important role that literacy plays in our lives. So what exactly is literacy? It is our ability to read and write. So we have some stats here nationwide. So according to ProLiteracy, approximately 48 million adults in the United States can only read up to a 3rd grade level. Also, healthcare, low literacy in adults in the United States costs the country, about almost $238 billion in healthcare costs alone. Incarcerated individuals that participate in educational correctional programs are 43% less likely to relapse in criminal activity after they are released. And approximately we have 50.6 million immigrants here in the country, and only half of those immigrants are proficient English speakers. So it is estimated that bringing adults to at least a 6th grade reading level would make an additional $2.2 trillion for the country. And unfortunately, statewide, Imperial County is one of the counties with the lowest literacy levels, which is quite unfortunate. So we have some images here that I hope we can reflect on how we use literacy in our daily lives. So for example, us here, I assume we are coming from our full-time jobs to come here, full-time jobs where we read and write every single day, all hours of the day. Most of us know the route here, but people that are coming here for the first time, they may look at street signs or look up something on their phone. People with low literacy rates or just no reading abilities at all can't read street signs. They can't really go on their phone. They don't know what they're looking for. And other things where they're not able to use these reading abilities is even pharmaceutical labels. So these prescriptions that they're prescribed by their doctors, these tell you the quantity of tablets to take per day or the schedule of these tablets. They wouldn't know how to do that. Just speaking with doctors alone, what if the doctor gives them just prescriptions or other documents? They don't know how to read that. Other things where we use our literacy skills is we live in a digital era. Our banking is online. A lot of the services, we have to do them on our phone or on the computer. It's really hard to go to these offices or banks and do stuff there. And even if we can do it there, it takes us hours to complete, right? Utility bills has all this information that they will most likely not be able to read. Application forms. So even if they are attempting to find jobs, they are not able to even write out an application. So speaking with teachers at parent-teacher conferences, doctor's appointments, stuff like that. It is so hard for these adults to do. And some of the emotions that these adults with low literacy may feel is shame. They feel ashamed that they're not able to read this or write this. They feel frustrated with their circumstances, and they feel anxious about going to doctor's appointments or even parent-teacher conferences. And some of the reasons why adults may have low literacy is simply because maybe they were taken out of school by their parents or by circumstances, but also a large quantity is that they just simply fell through the cracks. So they may have had a learning disability or problems, or just the curriculum at school was a little too fast for them, and it continued on without them, and then they just passed enough that they just completed high school at least, but they don't have a good reading ability. So it's a lot of people that just fell through the cracks in the school system, and also a lot of immigrants in the country that they are proficient in their native language but not proficient in English, which is it's a huge barrier to them. So with our services, we hope that adults have hope to improve their circumstances and improve their reading and writing skills to just accomplish their goals and better serve their community. So at the library, our literacy services are possible through the California Library Literacy Services, which is a statewide program. It's done in a lot of libraries across the state. We have our neighbors here. Calexico offers literacy services, El Centro, Brawley, and the county libraries. In our literacy services, we have 3 programs, so adult literacy, English as a second language, and family literacy. So in these programs, we offer a variety of literacy variety of literacy classes and literacy events completely free to the community. These classes help learners achieve their goals. So the classes we offer here are English, U.S. citizenship, computer, and we offer family literacy events. So some of the goals that learners may have when participating in our program is just having the ability to read and write and speak. Some people want to work towards a GED or just continue their education in college, university level. They want help in job searches or achieving a promotion at work. They're studying for their U.S. citizenship exam and interview and want to exercise their right to vote. They want to do complete processes at DMV to get their licenses. They want some more information on health and finance and how to use their phones to do everything. And our family literacy events are also helpful to families that are, have young children and want to develop their children's early literacy skills. So those are some of the goals that our learners are here to accomplish. So in the 24-25 fiscal year, we served about 40 learners. We held between 4 to 12 classes a week, from 1 to 2 hours each class, and each class had a maximum of about 8 students. So in this picture here, we can see the top picture is how the literacy room looked beforehand. So that is a classroom. That's where classes were happening. It is not very welcoming. There's not a lot of space. It was quite hard, right? And now we have that very clean and organized literacy room where we have a very nice table where our classes happen. So some other stats of this past fiscal year is we had about 5 family literacy events and we had about 115 participants in all those events. When I came into this position, I was very lucky that I was able to go to the new coordinator and director orientation with Ember, the library administrator, and we went to Sacramento to the state library, and it was great. It was a great introduction for me, learning about the program. It was a great way to connect with other new coordinators, but also very experienced and seasoned literacy coordinators across the state. And this past summer, we actually had the honor of hosting a couple of travel site advisors, which were funded federally. We were just in time to get them. And they are retired literacy coordinators and literacy directors that came in. They go across the state and stay for a couple of days to observe a library's literacy services. They interviewed like the staff and everything. They observed what we did here, and they just gave a list of strategies we can use to improve our services and what they would recommend and stuff like that. So here are some pictures. We have some learners in there. There's a lot of potlucks in there, which I promise is not what we do all the time, but it is important. I mean, they're creating a community. They're creating friendships. They're not only improving their reading and writing skills, they're also making a community of their own. So here we have our literacy room where we have potlucks and stuff, but where we host all our classes. Just this summer, we tried out remote classes. So we did classes through Zoom for citizenship and English. And the learners were committed. I mean, they attended every week, even with kids at home, stuff like that. They were committed, and they actually completed the first installment of the Harry Potter series. So they read that, and they actually did a potluck afterwards. So I'm not sure it's visible, but one of the learners had their birthday recently, so they made her that Harry Potter pink cake. So yeah, and also we had our token day back in March, and one of the learners' daughters, who is currently at Berkeley, she came down and she participated. So the learners bring their own families. They bring them to library events and everything. Here are a couple more photos. So this is our family literacy events. So during the summer, we had a great time. We were able to have the Imperial Valley Desert Museum come in and provide 2 events. We had Gabriela Garcia with her therapy dog here local, and she did a story time with that, and it was a really great summer with all those events. So this year, we currently are serving 15 learners, and we have a lengthy wait list of 24 people. So all our classes are full. We're hosting 7 classes per week, about the maximum of 8 students per class. Each class, again, is 1 to 1.5 hours long, and we're providing classes in English, U.S. citizenship, and computer. So in these images here, you can see the book club has begun again. They want to start on Harry Potter Chamber of Secrets. They're still studying for their U.S. Citizenship exam, especially with the resources that we've been able to receive from the USCIS that they have been giving them to libraries for free. Learners have made their library cards. They're checking out books. We were very fortunate to receive some hotspots from the IT department, so they are able to use those at home. And we're just looking to, connect with other like IVC, SDSU that recently came in with their nurses, and they participated in some of our classes and helped the learners there. So we're really looking to create new connections with people around us, right? And one thing that's happening this year is that my coworker and I are actually going to Reforma, which is the a conference that is going to take place in Long Beach, and it's basically for libraries that serve predominantly Latino and Spanish-speaking communities. So we are one of those, if not one of the libraries that serves this population the most. So we are very excited, and we really hope that this helps us both in the library section as well as literacy services. So how do we do all this? This is done for by many things. First off, we have our volunteers, Jacqueline, Tiffany, Brianna, Christopher, Leslie, Mark, and Noor. They have been our tutors from 2024. Some have currently moved on to other opportunities, like some are continuing college, university things, but most of them are still here, and they are great. I mean, volunteer is the core of our program, right? These people do it for free. They do it from the kindness of their heart to help their community. And from 2024 to 2025, that fiscal year, these tutors did approximate 453 hours of tutoring alone. And they did that for free, which would have cost us at a minimum wage about $7,474. We also do this through state funding. As I had mentioned, we're part of, we get a grant from the California Library Literacy Services that supplies us with, salaries, supplies and materials, services, subscriptions, equipment, stuff like that. But unfortunately, this year is our last year of state ESL funding. So that's very unfortunate, but, we're pulling through, and we hope that it begins again for next year. We hope. This is also done by the very generous local funds that our city provides us, that they have provided since the very start for over 10 years, since our very first literacy coordinator here. The city has been very generous with the literacy program. And finally, our library administrator, Amber, who advocates for us, shares so much information with everybody, is so great on our reports and budgeting, and of course the board, that I know Mia always attends our family literacy events, and you guys are great at spreading the word of our services. So yeah, thank you so much. Yes. And we do have a couple of books here that I hope you guys take a look at and read through a little bit. We were recommended this by some of the grant people in Sacramento when we went, and it basically tells us how these services started, and just what literacy means in people's lives, and yeah, stuff like that. So we hope you enjoy it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Julia, for everything. It takes heart to do what you do, and it doesn't go unnoticed. And thank you for caring for our patrons that attend to these services, especially with everything that's going on. So I thank you so much, and we will continue advocating for you and see how we can help keep this library literacy program alive. So we're doing the best we can. So we will fight for you.
I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
I have just a question. What was one thing after you being in this position that really surprised you? Something that you didn't expect? I'm curious.
Well, I was very lucky that since I was at the front desk, I would see people coming in and asking about these services, and I would see them day to day, right? The learners that would come in, but just the community that they have created, and also, they're so committed. They're so committed to what they're doing. I see the progress day to day. The tutors are super committed. It's that alone, because sometimes we can be, like, why would I do that for free? But it has such an impact, and it's so fulfilling. One of the tutors actually, she became a tutor because her father was in these services. So her father, I believe, had dyslexia, so he had a hard time in school. And he attended his literacy services in his local library, and that helped him so much. And this inspired her to do what she's doing now, and it actually inspired one of her cousins, which she didn't even know that she later caught up with, that her cousin in like Montana is doing the same. So it's like stories like that that really get you. Just the way people are committed, and how they want to improve themselves, and the community that they make. Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, any other comments, questions? No? Okay. So we'll move on to item B, work session discussion recommendation. Item B1, Dolly Parton Imagination Library of Imperial Valley. And we'll start with Trustee Sotomayor.
So, I had the opportunity to attend this, and it was an invitation to, they're looking to launch the Dolly Parton Imagination Library here in the Imperial Valley. So this initiative is aimed at providing a gateway into early literacy for newborns all the way to 5 years old. And how Julia's example here, she was talking about the importance of literacy and how there's such low rates across the the entire nation in the Imperial Valley. Starting early literacy between the ages of newborn to 5, increases the chances of that particular child to stay in the pipeline to continue education. So taking them through, having kindergarten ready preparedness all the way to going through middle school to high school to graduating to, post-secondary education. So it's really important. And the key here is they believe that with this program, it's based on sponsorships, donations, where they raise money and they cover for the first 5 years of the child. They get a book every month for free. And so what they're looking for is just basically the entire community to build like a coalition to fund that. And observing everybody that was there, there is a lot of collaboration between the county. It seems the cities, the libraries, the ICOE, several of the school districts as well, and I believe several nonprofits. So it's a big undertaking, but it's something really important because the key here is if you start early enough, before they reach the age of 12, you have that small window to get kids to read, so they view it as something fun and not work. So if they get to 12 years old and they haven't found any joy in reading or anything like that, it's going to be very hard to get them to read. And most of them, when they graduate, are going to graduate with the 3rd grade literacy level. So that's, much of the discussion was coming out. I believe that they're going to begin forming that advisory committee, and they are looking for a local lead nonprofit or nonprofits to help, bring that forward. So I know that's in the works right now, and I'm excited to see how that happens. So do you want to add anything, Amber or Mia, because you were there too?
Yeah, well, I showed up a little bit late to the actual meet and greet presentation, but I did get to meet with Chrissy Green, which is, I believe she's the state representative for the Dolly Parton Imagination Library program. You basically encapsulated it very, very well. It's a big undertaking. We've met with she has met with a lot of different people from the community. I know that she had met with you, Dennis, as well. We're really hoping to bring this program to the Imperial Valley. It would be so beneficial, and it would be a county-wide stretch. It would support all our kids from 0 to 5. We got our work cut out for us. We have some fundraising to achieve, but hopefully we can all come together as a community and make it happen.
And the very first book that every child receives is The Engine That Could. But the whole time we were there, we said, we can do this.
Yeah.
So we know we can.
Yeah.
So we can achieve this. It's very possible, and it's very needed in the Imperial County.
It's truly a wonderful program, and one that it'll benefit everyone here. So I'm excited to see it get started. So we'll see.
Yes, very, very exciting.
And I did throw out there that we had a train here in Imperial.
Oh, we do. We do. And it'll be great. Once this program launches, we can have so many different literacy programs throughout the Imperial County at libraries and things of that sort. So it just seemed very fitting for us to be part of that conversation from the beginning. And so thank you, Ember and Trustee Sotomayor, for making time to go to the meet and greet, and being gung-ho for the efforts for this. So I appreciate that. Any other questions or comments?
Well, I want to see that your picture with Dolly was.
Oh, yes, thank you. Yes. We did hear that once she launches in all of the state of California, she will come to California. So that is also an incentive, right, for us to do that. So their goal is to, we're missing all of Southern California for this program. The other places in the states or right, in the whole United States have already fully launched. And so we have a huge undertaking in Southern California that has not been touched at all. So we're doing our part, and we'll get Dolly here to California eventually. So.
I just recently heard that we are the second biggest county, I believe, in the state of California, but behind San Diego in area wide.
San Bernardino.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Size-wise.
And that's why we have, the Imperial County has such a, we're so unique in that sense, because we know we're gonna have a tough time with being so spread out, and we're such a big ag community that we know not everybody is close to a city, so that's why they're keen to make sure that this program gets the help that it needs to, fully launch and help everyone here, so.
We truly need to participate.
Yeah, get everyone at the table. Okay, so we can go on to item B2, review and discussion of current bylaws presented by Amber Holler, library administrator.
Madam President and Library Board of Trustees, in your email that I provided, I provided to the bylaws. Unfortunately, it is not in this report because I stacked everything together and printed, and it is not in it. I can go get it. However, I know it's not, this is something for discussion, so it may not be needed for reference, but I'll stand to be directed as needed. So the California State Library recommends that bylaws be comprehensive, up-to-date, and reviewed annually. The bylaws were renewed and revised in 2021. The original bylaws prior to that, you had seen in my email, it was from 1977. So that shows that it's very important to continually address bylaws to keep them guiding the library trustees with their mission. So I will turn this over to you. If I believe there's some, we've have questions every once in a while about setting up committees. Ad hoc committees is okay, but maybe a standing committee, that wording is not in our bylaws, which would be beneficial to have a standing committee each year appointed. So we can have conversations with less than a quorum to continue having programs and events and fundraising, the items that the trustees would identify that we could make those committees on. So I provided this report to you, and I will open it for I'm available for discussion.
Everything in the first group of bullet points, 1,000% should be implemented to the bylaws. I just read through the rest of it, and I think it all makes perfect sense for us to do. I don't know exactly what we need to do it.
I think with direction like that, we can go back, and Ember and Dennis, or Dennis and I can, I don't even call him Mr. Marina, but we'll go back and we'll incorporate those with very clear red lines or options, so that when we come back, you'll get that in advance and we can discuss it. And then we'll get the city recommendation and Ember's recommendation on what we do. But so, for instance, the residency, we assume that will be a requirement. So if you say go for these, we'll put them in, and then you can still edit them at the next meeting or
Yeah.
get clarity or
Because
change.
I believe, I believe that in our application to, when we first apply, some of these items are in the application, but you can never find that you don't find that verbiage unless there's a vacancy. And I was able to refer to it once upon a time because I had a screenshot of it, which was like, I promise it's there. It's just
Yeah.
not there right now. And so having this in the bylaws, because it is something that we agreed to upon applying for the role, it should be in writing somewhere else.
Agree.
Does anyone else have any questions or comments?
No, I agree with you. I read all the bylaws over the weekend and I didn't see any major changes that we need to do.
All right. Do we want to put something in here, only because of the current situation we're in, waiting for reappointment, of if you have not been reappointed yet, you will assume position until that
I will
has
add
been
that.
done?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good.
That's a good idea.
Just
Clarify
because
that.
we're still kind of.
In that,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's,
We're on the limbo.
yeah, I know. Sorry.
We'll
We'll include it.
Everything.
Yes.
I mean, maybe it might not happen again, but
No,
just
it's easier to address it. Absolutely.
I'll get a limbo stick.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah. I have things I want to get done, but I want to wait until it's official and
Got it.
still want to assume, you know what I mean?
Yep.
We don't
So,
want to start anything and not be able to finalize.
Finalize.
yeah, I
I
don't want
got
to
you.
commit to anything. Okay, perfect.
So I have direction to incorporate what's recommended. We'll make it very clear so you can see the changes. It's easier to have the discussion once you see it. And then we'll add that you serve until
Reappointed. Mm-hmm. Okay, perfect. All right. Anything else? No?
With respect to committees, did you have in mind what sort of committees you were thinking about? And I say that because if you appoint a standing committee, under the Brown Act, that you have to comply with the same rules that you do in terms of posting meetings and things like that, even if it's less than a quorum. Once upon a time, if you had less than a quorum, you could have free reign, but I think anymore under the Brown Act. So I would keep that in mind if you're going to have a standing committee.
Okay.
And I think
We could do that.
think about what it is you want that. If you're going to do that,
Yeah.
think about what it is that committee will be asked to do.
Okay. Yeah, the only groups that I could think of, and they don't have to be official, would be like maybe like advocacy, fundraising, and like events or special programming. I don't know exactly what way would make the most sense. But we can get into the details and figure out if those would make sense.
Correct. So right now we've been going off of ad hoc, but our ad hoc, it's kind of,
Yeah, and part of the reason, I mean, it does seem somewhat chaotic, but it's a very convenient way to do it. Ad hoc, as long as it's not a regular, recurring or
Right.
set meeting, it just comes up when you're ready, then it's not required to post an agenda and do all that. But either way, if it's something you want on a regular basis, once every month or every other month, standing, then you comply with the Brown Act, either way.
that's safer to
Yeah.
do the standing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll do that way then. I mean, unless it's something like spur of the moment, right? Like,
Exactly.
then we'll do ad
Yeah,
hoc.
a particular
Not-
event
yeah,
or something.
Yeah.
Because I think based on what we've been seeing, what's needed.
Depending on which group it is. Yep. That makes sense. All right. Perfect. Thank you so much.
You bet.
Okay. If there's nothing else, we'll move on to item B3, Read, Dream, and Be Merry event at the library. Yvonne Sotomayor.
All right. So this is our second time of trying to do it. Let's hope, second time finally goes through. So the idea here would be to help the city of Imperial officially launch their Christmas, season. So it's slated, I believe, right now for December 11th or 10th. December 11th, I believe, is a Thursday. And so what we want to do is that we want to bring the community here to the library to do a literacy centered event, and that would be something with Christmas, so we can have the library, the librarian or any of the program staff select the book, work with the literacy coordinators to see what would be a good book for everyone to enjoy, and then possibly bring in the the support from other organizations here that would like to participate, and open it up to the community, but also target, let's say, different organizations like CASA and the Betty McNeese home and everything. So that way, we can bring in, the, what is it, certain, organizations that, have a need of making sure that they're, I don't want to, it's not clients, but they're the people that they serve, are continuing, having their needs met. And I believe in this with literacy and making sure that, those children and adults are able to access this. So that's the whole thing, read, dream, and be merry. Make it friendly, fun for the library, but also envelop the, the Christmas season and kind of kick off everything, because then we have Christmas in a small town, then we have the lights parade, and so it would be nice to bring, everybody, like, to see this is where it starts. Everybody knows it's like start with the story and then continue on. So that's the plan so far.
Perfect.
Are there any questions?
I can't wait to see the vision come to life. It's been, like you said, a year in the making of what it could be. So yeah, just let us know as where you need our help. And we're getting close. The weather's about to change. About to. Sips on the iced coffee because it's still hot. Yeah. It'll be here before we know it. The planning starts now, essentially, right? So, yeah, just let us know. I think we're.
Okay. Then I guess with the ad hoc committee, we'll form whatever.
I think that at this time,
I'd support.
we would appoint an ad hoc committee.
Oh, okay, yeah, go ahead, yeah. Do you want to pick one? Yeah, go ahead. With, on this one?
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, two people?
yeah. I'll let you take, I feel like I was taking your place
No,
talking.
so if you guys,
You're
you guys, not me, no, but you guys pick two, if you can, for that.
I'd like to be on it, but
Any other volunteers for it?
Yeah.
Got it? Excellent.
That keeps us within guidelines. Okay, so ad hoc committee. Do we need a,
A vote? No, you're okay with direction?
okay, awesome.
Okay. Perfect. All right. Let's move on to some action items. C1, trustee attendance at the California Library Association CLA conference. Amber.
Okay. I am going to go ahead and read through this so I don't mess anything up. I apologize. During the regular library board meeting on August 12th, 2025, the agenda included reviewing and discussing trustee attendance at the California Library Association conference in Riverside from Thursday, October 23rd through Saturday, October 25th. It was reported that the early bird attendance rate for trustees is $165 and one-day attendance is $80, and pricing is scheduled to increase on September 11th. Trustees were requested to review their availability and desire to attend the CLA conference. It was identified that trustee Altamirano had prior commitments. Vice President Estes expressed her interest in attending a second year. President Hernandez noted she had desired to attend, and trustee Sotomayor identified that she had been keeping her calendar clear to attend California's premier conference for libraries. Trustee Banda was unfortunately not present, and so the board is requested to identify up to 2 library board members who are committed to attending the 2025 CLA conference in order to take advantage of the early bird attendance rates. And I had spoke to our city manager prior to this, and we confirmed that if there were any changes with trustees, that we would be able to change that out.
Okay.
So everyone's available to opt in to attend, up to 2.
Okay.
All 2.
Okay. Okay. Well, as long as we're in the same boat, then yes, I will make myself available.
Amber, I do have a question.
Mhm.
So, because I was looking at the programming and the prices for it, I mean, I would be interested in just attending myself. I mean, nothing precludes me from doing that,
No,
right?
I'm sure
no.
we can absolutely, yeah.
Because, I mean, it was a great experience. This year, I don't think I wouldn't, I mean, I wasn't just looking at my calendar. There's no way, but maybe I'm like, maybe I can attend Saturday, but you know,
Exactly.
just might,
Right.
you know, make plans and then meet you guys over there. Because, so I was considering that because it's very, affordable.
It is. And the distance that where it's located, it makes it very convenient to, you can go, just drive up for the day.
So I consider attending for one day, either Friday or Saturday. But I will let you know. I don't know if there's anything that I need to do or know or, you know, before going, because, you know, if, I mean, you wouldn't be sending me, but however, still, I would
She'll
be
still register you.
representing.
Yeah,
you.
work
Mm-hmm,
with
You know what I'm saying?
Ember on that, yeah.
Okay, so,
Yeah. And I think, also, I believe you still do have your membership, that's current. So, you would be able to register yourself as well.
okay,
Yep.
perfect. I was
Because,
thinking,
by attending last year, you became a member.
oh, okay, I see. Okay. So I might do that. I'm just on my own. Yeah, you guys are-
Okay, so we need to identify one more person.
Oh, she's,
I'm- Let me get some more coffee. Hold on.
Yvonne looked like a little
Second caffeinated drink. Yvonne,
don't wanna go?
we're going.
Correct?
Oh
Okay.
my gosh, yes. Okay, so myself and Yvonne will be going, and Trustee Banda may be joining us.
Yeah. I would love
Okay.
to go for a day.
Okay, we're good.
okay.
Jeez.
So do we need to take a roll call for this? Since we're making
Is that
financial?
action?
It's a, financial, no?
Yeah, I mean, go ahead, just go ahead and vote, yeah, vote to send those two, go ahead and make a motion and,
Okay.
we don't need it, but
Do we have a motion to send Trustee Hernandez and Sotomayor to the CLA conference from October 23rd to 25th, 2025? I need a motion in a second. And I
A
will.
motion to go ahead and say you guys?
Thank you. Thank you. So motion by Trustee Estes and a second by Trustee Altamirano.
Thank you. Okay, and roll call, President Hernandez?
Present?
No, yes or no?
Oh, sorry. You said roll call. Yes.
Oh, did I say roll call?
Yeah.
Oh, I apologize. I didn't say anything about coffee. Oh, my goodness. Okay.
Do I have to vote or can I abstain because it involves me?
I think since it's all of you, it's okay to vote.
Okay,
Everyone
then
can vote.
yes.
Yeah.
Vice President Estes?
Yes.
Trustee Altamirano?
Yes.
Trustee Banda?
Yes.
And Trustee Sotomayor?
Yes.
Okay, motion passes 5-5. 5-0. Sorry.
Okay, who needs a coffee now?
Yeah.
Pass the coffee.
And I'm out of water too.
Oh my gosh.
I need water.
Last one ever.
All right, yes, we are almost done. Okay, so we have item C2, regular library board meeting schedule. Ember again.
Okay. So the agenda for the regular library board meeting that was held on August 12th, including reviewing and discussing the board meeting schedule. It was identified that November's scheduled meeting date was on Veterans Day, which is a city recognized holiday. The library board decided to wait until later to consider scheduling a different meeting date in November. Due to that Tuesday meeting being a holiday, it is recommended that the board is, or we're requesting the board to cancel the regular scheduled meeting on Tuesday, November 11th, and then in case of urgent items, a special meeting in November may be identified.
Okay. I agree. We might need to meet as ad hoc, given the other event that we just discussed. If we need anything that involves our approvals, then I guess we'll call a meeting for sometime. in
Perfect.
November.
And just a reminder on special meetings, you let, if Ember knows about it or she recommends to you, it's just a short notice to have it, so you can get anything done pretty quickly.
Okay, perfect.
She'll coordinate.
So do we make a motion then?
For this one, yes.
Okay,
Okay.
so,
Remove it.
I guess I'll make a motion to cancel the regular meeting and, And if there's a special item, look at a later date. Okay.
And I'll second that motion.
Okay, roll call vote. President Hernandez?
Yes.
Thank you. Vice President Estes?
Yes.
Trustee Altamirano?
Yes.
Trustee Banda?
Yes.
And Trustee Sotomayor?
Yes.
Motions passes 5-0.
Okay, let's move on to reports. I love it. Item D1, Library Administrator Report.
Before you, you have the administrator's report, which was emailed and provided online on Friday. And I'll stand for any questions. Some new things that have happened since the report on Friday is that the Red Cross, our local American Red Cross, just disaster preparedness interns, will be doing a presentation. We are currently scheduling a time with them in October during Fire Preparedness Month. They received some new books about preparedness, and it's called Pedro the Penguin. So each child will receive a free book. And then also our Read with a Farmer, the 8th annual, I had it written down, I had it on my computer to print out to bring with me, and I didn't print it, so I'm trying to remember. I believe September 23rd is the 8th annual Read with a Farmer event, which farmers go to all the schools for third grades and to all the libraries and provide a story time. And that's with Farm Smart. And so we're working with them right now about organizing a time after school to provide that opportunity for the youth to meet a farmer and learn about where their food comes from.
I love it. I love.
And then we did receive notification today, and this will be the last thing I say. We received notice today from the California State Library that our Zip Books program, that funding has come through. The information was sent to another person, so I did not receive it. So I don't have the amount to provide you yet. So I'll update you with that as soon as I have that amount, but we have been funded, so it's at least $10,000.
Nice. Thank
Yes. And ZipBooks is amazing. It is so easy, and if you don't know how to do it, you literally can go up to the front desk, and either of the individuals will help you. I had seen a book at the airport, and I saw it, and because I've been an avid library user this year, guys, okay? I saw it, and then I said, $40, no. And so I just took a picture of it. When I came back from my trip, I said, do we have this book? And they said, no, we don't. Would you like to order it? And it got shipped to my house. I didn't have time to read it, so I brought it back to the library for processing. And so now when I do have time to read it, I can check it out, and I didn't have to pay anything for it. Our services, it's interesting because one little thing has led to another. I've also brought I brought my daughter to many library programs, but I've also brought my son to the early learner programs, and now he's in preschool with the ICOE program. So using the service, it's just like a I don't even know the word, but it's like an effect, right? Like a cause and effect, and it keeps going, going, going. So please come use our services, come use everything that we have to offer. There's so much to do and to take advantage of in the best way here. So come, just come. All right, assistant to the city manager, not here. City manager report?
Nothing to report except that I think I want to have whatever it is you're drinking.
It's just coffee. I'll bring you some next time.
Every single one of us has a drink up here, but that's nice. Yeah, they're all different.
I know, that's gonna be a problem later, cause I
Yeah.
usually do a matcha in the morning and I probably
Yeah.
won't sleep.
Yeah, I've never seen you
Me
drink
too. This
real
is rough
coffee.
at night.
Mm-hmm. I'll take you some. All right, so, president and trustees reports. Other than what I just said, there's not much to report. We did go to the Dolly Parton thing. I'm excited to see that come to life. There's a lot going on. I'm so happy that we have a full quorum today or full board here. And so we have work to do. There's a lot of advocating that needs to be done. As soon as I hear that we're all on board and reappointed, I have action and order waiting. So we have to advocate for our library. It's gonna get tough, but we're tougher.
You have till December as a president.
Oh, well, I will be here. I will be pushing until December then. I'll take advantage
as
of as president.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're trying. I am trying, but all is in order. I'll take that as a green light.
Yep.
I do have a question.
Go ahead.
Golden Girls, is it happening?
Golden Girls. It's okay. You can talk out loud. No, don't-
Yeah, go ahead with the
Okay.
trustee reports or questions.
Yes, right? When
What's
you're
the
doing that
Golden
event-
Girl? Oh, the Gilmore Girls.
Gilmore. Well, totally different shows. I was like, Golden Girls.
I'm ready
no,
to roll it. The
yeah.
thing is, like, again, we're waiting to decide
Okay.
we're gonna be here or not tomorrow, but since we don't know in October, I mean, as soon as we know it's November,
We'll
anything in
push.
November is, I can put it together in a week. It's not a big deal. I have everybody ready.
Okay, so you don't have a date yet?
No,
I
because we're
promised I was
waiting.
gonna help you and
Yeah,
I'm
we're
gonna
waiting
be
for
here.
the appointment to decide.
Got it.
I wish we can figure this out unless you guys. are
I got
okay.
very clear direction today. Yeah, no, we'll move on it.
Okay.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
unless you guys want me to still do it, I can set it up for November and set up a day with you. And you're not gonna need the staff that much. I have already a whole team waiting to come and do it because a lot of people in the community love it. Like if you remember, we got over 100 people walking through the door. So this year I want to count how many people are coming.
Yeah.
And everybody asked us, "Are you guys gonna do that again?"
Yeah.
And it was great.
Do you have a tentative date?
No, yet
It's not on a weekend? Is it on a
it
weekend?
was Ember is proposing to do it on a Saturday, so I got to
Okay,
sit down with her
great.
and figure it out.
All open, all my Saturdays.
Okay.
We'll get there.
Thank you.
We will
I
get
like
there.
Golden Girls.
Yeah. No, we're waiting.
idea.
I got
I like Golden Girls. I know, but I like it.
We hope to see our lawyer and our city manager.
Yeah. Dennis and I will be there. Dennis and I love Gilmore.
To the Gilmore Girls or the Golden Girls?
Dennis and I love a good Golden.
Golden girl, like golden girl. And I was thinking because we're all blonde,
Yeah,
like
I was
oh,
thinking-
I didn't watch either show. Time Gilmore Girls was mentioned, but I was picturing in my mind the Golden Girls. So when it finally came out, the Gilmore Girls, who were they? My gosh, I was thinking a bunch of older women.
Yeah.
Dennis, you have homework to do. You need to go home and flash the
Yeah.
show.
Well,
Oh
I'm
my
glad
gosh.
this came up because I promised I was gonna watch the
Yes.
show. So imagine I come back and I tell her I watched the whole thing of the wrong time.
I got it. It is a
That's okay.
good year because it's the 25-year anniversary.
Oh, nice.
That would have
Everybody's making
been a
a huge deal of
commitment.
it.
Yeah. Yeah.
People really love it, and maybe we can get more books of the Gilmore Girls to give away that day, if we can. Find
Yeah.
some books.
We need to tie it all in, make it make sense. Yeah, it's all right. Any other trustees have any reports? No reports?
Yeah, I just want to say thank you to Amber and to Liz for helping Sir Optimus International of El Centro find where they're going to record their podcast. Yay! It's exciting. We'll be the first ones utilizing the grant equipment, I believe. So we are excited. We had our first tiny desk meeting, which is really great. The little kids tables right here, and the plan has been put out. I think we launched September 30th, I believe, and then we're looking into bringing some classes on podcast for the rest of the community. But thank you so much for identifying that space, and Liz as well. She's very excited. We're excited to work with her, and I can't wait to see what comes out of it. But very excited. Thank you, library.
I would like to add something really quickly before we end our meeting. Just because I'm looking at my calendar and I'm seeing there's a lot of 5K raises and just stuff happening. And I thought, if you guys are looking or we are looking into raising funds and bringing community together, or maybe doing something like that, it's just kind of popped in my head right now. Like, it helps kids be active.
For sure.
And then we have a lot of beautiful months, pretty good weather.
So fundraising is definitely something that we have in mind. We do need a 501c3 to start raising funds, and we kind of are at a pause with that right now. It is something though, and that is a great idea. For a fundraiser, it takes a little bit of city effort to close the streets and all of that. I have experience in event logistics, so it would not be unattainable. We just need to get all our ducks in order to be able to fundraise. And if we need to go that route, then we will.
It includes all the the whole.
Oh yeah, it's very family friendly. It's healthy. It's good. We can wrap it around here from the park to the library. There's so many possibilities. But yeah, we're not quite ready for that yet.
I just thought, let me mention it.
Yeah.
I see a lot of that on my agenda.
Yeah, no, it's good. Thank you so much. All right. Anyone else have anything to add? No. All right.
You did it.
I did forget to mention
No more.
no, actually, the state of California is celebrating its 175th year of statehood.
Yeah.
Today's the date.
Yay.
We're done. 1 minute
Yeah.
before.
Well, see, we have a reason to celebrate. Let's Get Loud. Were we gonna do anything with that, or was that already in the summer?
That's an amazing idea. We just haven't got to it yet.
Okay. Hey, there's always
And
next
we've
year.
tied it into this,
Yeah,
the
to the
state.
birthday. Okay. All right. Well, we will work on it. So that's it. We'll keep at it. All right. I'm gonna call this meeting at 7:00. Thank you.
We're 3 minutes.
Woo!